This is Cobourg Nissan Kodiaks Lacrosse here on the JBI Sports Network. I am Saif Ahmed, and today the Kodiaks are hosting the Brooklin Redmen. This is the fourth and final matchup of the season between these two teams. The Brooklin Redmen already with 3 wins against the Kodiaks this season. Right off the opening faceoff, we see the Redmen trying to get the ball back here in the Brooklyn half. And running out right away is Colton Watkinson, one of the replacements for today's game. And now in the offensive zone, 20 seconds in the shot clock for Brooklyn. Brooklyn coming into this game, they're 4-4-1, ranked 3rd in the Major Series Lacrosse. A nice give and go there, shot just wide from Ryan Keenan. Got a fresh shot clock. There's Riley O'Connor just passing the ball before driving to the net. He sets the screen. There's a shot from long ways out. That's saved by Rance Vigneault, the starting goaltender for the Kodiaks. It comes all the way out to Mitch McMichael. McMichael cutting in, gets a screen from O'Connor. Austin Shanks gets it out far wide to Dan Littner, one of the leading scorers on this Brooklyn team. Here's the leading scorer of Major Series Lacrosse, Riley O'Connor, who passes it over the top to Austin Shanks. Shanks returns the favor to Riley O'Connor, and right on cue, Riley O'Connor gets the first goal of the game. The top scorer of the league adds to his tally. So a couple of chances right there for the Brooklyn Redmen to get on the board, and they finally do get there with a nice goal there by Riley O'Connor. And now they win the face-off as well after the goal. The Kodiaks coming into the game, they're 0-8. So still looking for that first win of the season. That pass intended for Austin Murphy. So Austin Shanks getting the assist on that play, on that goal by Riley O'Connor. That pass was deflected away. Brooklyn trying to get it back, but still held on to here by the Kodiaks. Matt Croak gets a hold of it, shot just wide. Matt Croak, the leading scorer for this Kodiaks team. See what Brooklyn does here. Just trying to work the ball just outside the circle. There's a shot. As Rance Vigneault was screened, but is still able to make a save. Riley O'Connor could not handle the pass. The initial shot was by Mitch Wild from the right side. The 20 seconds of the shot clock. But Kodiak's able to get the ball back here. It's Luke Laskowitz, the second leading scorer on Cobourg. He gets out to Matt Croak, the leading scorer. Play developing now on the far side. Back at the top now. Laskowitz. Croak at the top. Laskowitz on the left. Gets a screen from Croak. Laskowitz gets out to Logan Holmes on the right. Now it was back to Croak's shot. Pad saved by Zach Higgins. Fresh shot clock now for the Kodiaks. By Dylan Goddard, gets out to Matt Croak, back pass to Goddard, off the crossbar. Dylan Goddard, unfortunate. Not able to get that to go. So still a 1-goal game. We're 4 minutes into the first period. Brooklyn taking the lead from that goal by Riley O'Connor. That's his 14th of the season, his 52nd point. That leads the Major Series Lacrosse this season. It's a nice pad save there by Rance Vigneault. Now breakaway chance here for the Kodiaks, but it's a 1-on-3, so they'll just hold back and wait for more bodies. So Dan Keene now with the ball. He's trying to get past Sean Duroc. Cutting in, shot, saved by Higgins on the rebound. Higgins right there to stop it again. Initial shot by John St. John. But Zach Higgins really on his toes to start the game. Here's a good takeaway by the Kodiaks right away after a loose ball. Now with the ball is Drake Smith, who's the third leading scorer on this roster. Drake Smith, Luke Laskowitz, and Matt Croak, only players with double-digit points so far this season. And there's a giveaway there by the Kodiaks. The breakaway, one-on-one, Brody Burkhoff is shot. Actually, Graham Hossack with the shot that time for the Brooklyn Redmen. Good back check there by the Kodiak player to make that shot tougher for Graham Hossack. Trying to find some open space is Ryan Keenan. Nice cross-court pass there. Riley O'Connor again. And ball trickling past Rance Vigneault, but just before the goal line, his teammates had to help him out there. So close call for Rance Vigneault. Able to just keep that out. John St. John trying to retrieve it. Goes all the way back to center floor. And St. John finally does come up with it. 5 seconds on the shot clock here for the Kodiaks, and he gives it up. And here comes Matt Hossack for the Redmen, trying to get it out to Dan Ball, but pass not getting there. Good transition defense there by Cobourg. Cross court. Goes over to Ryan Keenan, who's trying to cut in. And backhanded pass, not really finding anyone there. But good defense there by Brody Burkhoff to make that pass tougher for Ryan Keenan. Brody Burkhoff, a Peterborough native, on the starting lineup today. There's a nice give and go just over the stick of Dylan Goddard. Matt Croak retrieves it. Nice pass back to Dan Keene, and Dan Keene takes a spill. And here's a 2-on-1 opportunity for the Brooklyn Redmen. Shot, and that one trickles in. This time it's number 16, Curtis Knight, on the fast break, making it 2-0 Brooklyn. So giveaway in the Brooklyn zone, and that led to the fast break, and Curtis Knight puts it away to extend the lead here in the first period for the Redmen. Oh, right off the opening faceoff. It's an opportunity here for the Redmen again. And they'll hold it with 20 seconds on the shot clock. So Riley O'Connor trying to cut in, hesitate, looking for some space, backs it out. Ryan Keenan with a shot just wide. So Curtis Knight's goal was assisted by Graham Hossack, who ran with him on that fast break. John St. John cutting in. He's stopped in his tracks by Matt Hossack. And here come the Redmen again. Go Zach Sloan. So nice cross-court crisp pass to Ryan Keenan. Keenan trying to trickle it over to his teammate up front. Keenan still going after the ball. 25 on the shot clock now, but Kodiaks do come up with the possession here. Here's Dan Keene going up against two Brooklyn defenders, and he takes a hit. Matt Crow goes for a shot. Bouncing shot wide of the net. And Rance Vigneault has to play this ball and keep it away from Sean Duroc. Rance Vigneault takes an outlet with the shot clock winding down for the Kodiaks, so he had to get rid of it. So Brooklyn up 2-0 here in the first period. Goals by Riley O'Connor and Curtis Knight. Another low shot whizzing past the goal. It's Connor Goodwin. Defended there by Colton Watkinson. There's Luke Laskowitz, backs it out to Matt Croak, looking for a shot, back pass to Laskowitz, saved by Zach Higgins. Great 1-2 there by the Kodiaks. Laskowitz gets it back though. He has Croak in front of him. Instead he opts to go back to John St. John. Dylan Goddard cutting in. Laskowitz takes a screen from Croak. Here's Croak. That pass not finding the stick of number 19. And here comes the Redmen the other way. Ryan Keenan looking dangerous there from the right half, along with Riley O'Connor, who sets a screen for him. Opts to go back to O'Connor. Here's Riley O'Connor, the leading goal scorer in the league. Already has one in this game. And that shot might have hit the side of the net, but shot clock winding down. So a quick shot there by Brooklyn as the shot clock was expiring. There's Dan Keane going up against Captain Derek Suddens of Brooklyn. He's now defending at the top. And that was a pass intended for Daryl Robertson, but instead finds Zach Higgins. That backhanded shot off the bench from Dan Littner misses everything. Here's Sean DeRoke. Over to Curtis Knight. Scored the last goal. Here for Brooklyn. Now it's Mitch McMichael on the right side. Screen by Ryan Keenan, and Mitch McMichael extend the Brooklyn lead. He makes it 3-0. That's a good screen there by Ryan Keenan, who's had a hand in the two half-court goals here by Brooklyn. The first one and the last one right there by Mitch McMichael. You guys might have watched our broadcast at the beginning of this month when Brooklyn was here in Cobourg. Brooklyn had a resounding victory that time. And since then, Brooklyn has gone 2-3-1 after that game on June the 4th here in Cobourg. Those two wins were against the Kodiaks. So they're trying to sweep the season series here. The Brooklyn Redmen are against their 401 rivals. Here's Riley O'Connor, finds some space, but instead opts to wait and hands it out to Ryan Keenan. Keenan goes for a shot, gets blocked, and heads right over to the Brooklyn bench.
All right, fans, I'm at the top of section 213 with Jess Andrews, and she is our mom of the game, courtesy of Pizza Hut. She's going home with a free medium specialty pizza. Remember, fans, if you bring your kids to
Here's Luke Laskowitz. Now for Kodiaks. Croak over to St. John. Just missed a cutting Logan Holmes. And Sean DeRoke comes up with the loose ball. Mitch McMichael with the ball, screened by Ryan Keenan. McMichael looks for a cross-court pass. He finds Dan Littner, and a loose crease violation right there by the Brooklyn Redmen, so no goal. And not able to rein in the pass that time, the Kodiaks. So here come the Brooklyn Redmen again. There's Ryan Keenan, danger man, over to Riley O'Connor. Riley O'Connor with a shot. Misses on the near side. And the Kodiaks trying to get this loose ball. And that outlet pass hit the scoreboard, so the Kodiaks will have a chance to do something here in the half court with 15 on the shot clock. There's a pass near Zach Higgins' net, just misses to Matt Croak. And here's another fast break. Dan Linner just missed the pass there as well from John LaFontaine. And here we go, back and forth action here in the first period. It's Brooklyn up 3-0. Last goal scored by Mitch McMichael on the fast break. There's Ryan Keenan. Back out to Riley O'Connor. O'Connor takes a screen from Dan Lintner. O'Connor gets a shot saved by Rance Vigneault. Vigneault just flings it out to Dan Keene, the center court. Keene over to Croak. Here's back to Keene. Nice give and go there to St. John. He misses the net. And just a pinching play there by Dan Keene. He misses the fast breaking player there for Brooklyn, who takes the spill, Curtis Knight. He has a goal in the game. And Graham Hossack will run up the floor. Defended there by Doug Utting. Ryan Keenan just misses number 32, Mitch McMichael. And here come the Kodiaks. 25 on the shot clock. Drake Smith backs out to Matt Croak. Matt Croak back to Luke Laskowitz. Laskowitz looking for a shot. Over to Croak. Croak backhanded shot. Wide the net. Another shot bouncing just in front of Zach Higgins. Also wide. So St. John and Croak that time with a couple attempts on net. Just under 6 minutes here in the first period. Brooklyn up 3-0 over Cobourg. You're watching us here on the JBI Sports Network. I'm Saif Ahmed here with Gary Morrison on the camera. Here's a shot that misses everything from Ryan Keenan, and here's a one-on-one chance for the Kodiaks. Shot saved by Zach Higgins. The shot by assistant captain Derek Searle. Great effort to run all the way back and at least get a decent shot attempt. Here's Riley O'Connor, goes around the circle, misses the net, and into the back netting. So Cobourg possession. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Down 3 goals here in the first period. Kodiak still looking for the first win of the season. They're 0-8. They've already lost 3 times to Brooklyn. This is their final matchup in the regular season. There's a nice drive there, but just ball bouncing over the net from Luke Laskowitz. He might have got hit from the back as well, but did not get all of that shot. Riley O'Connor goes out wide to Ryan Keenan, who's trying to cut in against Drake Smith. Keenan gets a shot, hits the bar. So Ryan Keenan coming so close to getting his first of the game. Now it's Riley O'Connor's turn. O'Connor already has a goal. He had the first of the game. Added to his league leading tally of 14 goals, or rather 52 points. He leads the league in points and top 10 in goals with 14. I've had a chance to call a couple of games with Riley, with the Whitby Warriors this season. A good guy, on and off the court. And definitely having a standout season here in Major Series Lacrosse. Matt Croak just misses the pass there from St. John, and here's another fast break opportunity for Brooklyn, but good job by the Kodiaks to get back in transition. Here's Dan Littner. Now for Brooklyn. Littner gets it back from Zach Sloan. Littner over to Sloan, just misses the pass. Mishandles it a little bit. Zach Sloan gets it back, and a backhanded shot, and what a goal by Zach Sloan. Looks like he had nothing there, but still backhands it in. So that makes it 4-0 here for Brooklyn. Just about 3 minutes left in the first period. We had 4 different goal scorers. And Austin Murphy actually got the assist on that goal, number 18. Cross-court pass, loose ball on the far boards. Here come the Redmen again. That ball just goes off the stick of Curtis Knight. He also took a hit after losing the ball. See if the Kodiaks can settle things down here and get a couple of good scoring chances as we head to first intermission. 2.5 left here in the first period, a giveaway. And here come the Brooklyn Redmen. One-on-one. Rance Vigneault not able to save this one from Colton Watkinson. And he makes it 5-0 Brooklyn. Colton Watkinson, the big man, filling in today for Brooklyn. And he has a goal to his name as well. Really using that speed to get past the defense. Opening faceoff rolls into the Brooklyn half, and Graham Hossack retrieves it and sprints up the court before backhanding it to Austin Murphy.
Brooklyn goal scored by number 24, Colton Watkinson. Assisted number 28, Kyle Rubish. County goal 17.
And Kyle Rubish gets the assist on that breakaway goal by Colton Watkinson. We have 4 on the shot clock here for Brooklyn. Nothing really happening there. Up 5-0. Minute and a half left to play here in the first period. 20 seconds on the shot clock now for the Kodiaks. That pass just misses the stick of Dan Keene. Dan Keene gets it over to St. John. John St. John not able to handle the pass, and here's another breakaway opportunity for the Brooklyn Redmen. This time is Sean Duroc, the defender. He hands it off to Austin Shanks. Austin Shanks gets the back shot. Nice save there by Rance Vigneault. Vigneault outlet pass over to Pat McCrory. McCrory will head to the bench. He'll hand it off to Dylan Goddard instead. There's Matt Croak, the leading scorer for the Kodiaks this season. A real up-and-comer. Nice pass over to Croak. Here's a nice shot, and finally the score. The Cobourg Nissan Kodiaks are on the board. And Dan Keene gets the first goal for the Kodiaks. And a quick face-off taken there. And looks like we have a timeout on the floor here. Just 25 seconds left. Brooklyn called the timeout to set up a last play heading into the first intermission. So the story of the game, it's 5 goals for Brooklyn. And then answered here by Dan Keene of the Kodiaks. 15 seconds for the Laskowitz. There's Dan Keene looking for his second of the game, and he gets it. Dan Keene. 2 goals in the last 2 attempts. And just like that, the deficit is down to 3 goals. And with 3 seconds left, and the final few seconds will end in the first intermission, but a good confidence boost here for the Cobourg Nissan Kodiaks, getting the final 2 goals. It's scoreline 5-2 for Brooklyn as we head to the first intermission. Welcome back to Cobourg. The start of the second period. The Cobourg Nissan Kodiaks down 5-2 against the Brooklyn Redmen. Redmen win the face-off here to start the second period. You're watching us here on the JVI Sports Network. I am Saif Ahmed here with Gary Morrison on camera. Here's Ryan Keenan. Cutting in, shot over the bar, almost hit his teammate Riley O'Connor, who was behind the net. And Zach Higgins puts it right back, but the shot clock expiring. So Cobourg will have possession here for the first time in the second period. As Derek Searle handing it off before heading to the bench. Searle actually had a good attempt there on the fast break in the first period. Needed a decent save by Zach Higgins to keep it out. And another great save. Speaking about Zach Higgins, he came out way outside of his net to get that shot. St. John. Here's a nice shot there. Might have been deflected from Logan Holmes. And a good effort by Luke Laskowitz to get the ball back. A fresh shot clock here for the Kodiaks. So good momentum here for Cobourg at the end of the first period. It led to the 2 goals by Dan Keene, and now some good possession here in the second period. Goes for a goal. Saved by Zach Higgins with his left shoulder. Here's another shot saved by Rance Vigneault. Shot by Ryan Keenan. Riley O'Connor, though, gets it back for Brooklyn for a fresh shot clock. Mitch McMichael cutting in. Gets it over to Riley O'Connor. O'Connor over to Zach Sloan. Right into the chest of Rance Vigneault. Rance Vigneault's outlet pass gets intercepted by Sloan. So a little back and forth there from Sloan and Vigneault. Riley O'Connor trying to find some open space. Defended by Pat McCrory there on the right side. Here's Dan Littner. We haven't talked about him too many times in this game so far. There's a nice cross-court pass there by Ryan Keenan over to Zach Sloan. The shot clock expiring. Riley Campbell handing it off to Dan Keene. With the only 2 goals of the game here for Cobourg. A couple of nice ones there at the end of the first period. From the left slot by Dan Keene. And Zach Higgins able to hang on to it. Higgins showing his athletic prowess that time. McMichael over to Sloan. Here's Dan Littner. One of the top scorers in Major Series lacrosse. Without a goal here in the game so far, but still more than half the game left. That pass by Derek Searle taking an awkward bounce of Brooklyn player and right into Rans Vinia, but Vinia was quick enough to hold on to the ball. Here's a nice attempt there by Cobourg's Connor Goodwin. And here comes Brooklyn again. The other way, 15 on the shot clock. Riley O'Connor weighing his options. Goes cross court to Dan Littner. We've said Dan Littner hasn't scored in the game. And just like that, he scores his first, gets a goal. His 27th goal. That's good for number one in Major Series lacrosse this season as well. So the top two scorers hooking up there for Brooklyn. Let's see how the Kodiaks answer here.
Brooklyn goal scorer number 14, Dan Lintner. Assistant number 9, Riley O'Connor. Count the goal 4:18. Lintner from O'Connor at 4 minutes.
So 4:18 of the second period. The two top scorers of Brooklyn. Riley O'Connor assisting on Dan Littner's goal. So driving John St. John. But Zach Higgins strong at his net. Able to stop that. 20 on the shot clock now for Brooklyn. The other way. Here's Riley O'Connor looking to make something happen again. It's shot saved by Rans Vigneault. And a fast break chance for the Kodiaks. Disrupted there by Brooklyn. It's the ball handled by Zach Sloan. He gets it over to O'Connor. O'Connor with the cutting Zach Sloan. And Sloan makes it 7-2. The face-off won there by Mitch McMichael, who also has a goal in this game. It's Curtis Knight looking for a cutting Austin Shanks. Just misses the ball. And here's a breakaway chance for the Kodiaks. Just over the stick of Dylan Goddard. And there's a push from the back. Looks like it was Brody Burkhoff who's going to take this penalty, and he does. Sorry, not Brody Burkhoff. It's number 42, Pete Rennie, one of the alternate captains. So Pete Rennie on the fast break after the shot, going after the loose ball and pushed one of the Brooklyn players in the back, who took a spell. So Pete Rennie now in the box for 2 minutes for the Kodiaks. And this is the first power play of the game for either team. We're 6 minutes into the second period. There's a pass there in front of the net. Loose ball. Dan Lehner picks it up. Gets pushed down there by Doug Udding. O'Connor, over to Keenan. O'Connor, Shanks, back to O'Connor, over to Shanks, shot wide of the net. Brooklyn on the power play this season. They're ranked second in the league, just over 37%. And Cobourg on the penalty kill is just about 60.5%, 60.47 to be exact. And here's a little fast break chance for Colton Watkinson, and his shot, and he scores. Watkinson, second of the game, and almost an identical goal as he had in the first period. A breakaway opportunity. Watkinson just racing away from the transition defense of the Kodiaks, able to put one past Rans Vigneault. So a tough break there for the Guildford, Ontario native, Rans Vigneault. And coming in will be number 65, Rob Cruz. So almost halfway through the game, the Kodiaks make a change, and Zach Higgins able to hang on to that quick shot there by the Kodiaks. So unassisted goal there by Colton Watkinson, making it 8-2. That's Brooklyn's largest lead of the game. with 6 goals. Play now behind the Cobourg's net. Dan Littner back out top over to Ryan Keenan. Keenan with a shot. And here comes Cobourg, a little 2-on-1 chance. The shot that's wide of the net. Ryan Keenan backs it out to Mitch McMichael. Over to Dan Littner. Nice save by Rob Cruz. Brooklyn with the 20-second on the shot clock. That's shot. That one just trickled past Cruz, but stays away from the net. Drake Smith retrieves the loose ball. Gets it over to Tyler Roach. Back out to Drake Smith. Drake Smith turns it over right in front of his net, and Dan Littner puts it away. So a costly mistake there, here in the middle frame. That time just a real easy giveaway there from Drake Smith, and no chance for the new goaltender in the crease, Rob Cruz, for Cobourg. Mitch McMichael over to Zach Sloan. Nice give and go pass to Riley O'Connor with the shot. Cruz does well to save that. That pass just missed the cutting Dylan Goddard. And Sean Duroc trying to get past a couple of Cobourg players. And it looks like it's going to be a penalty here on a Kodiak. It's looking like it's going to be Logan Holmes for holding Sean Duroc as he was trying to get free. So Logan Holmes will take a penalty. The second penalty of the game for either team, and second here for the Kodiaks. As we take a look at the arena replay, Holmes holding on to Duroc from behind. Here's Austin Shanks. Back out to O'Connor. O'Connor with a shot, and he puts it in. Good ball movement in the top of the circle there by Austin Shanks and Riley O'Connor from Brooklyn. And now it's 10-2 here in the second period for the Redmen. Luke Laskowitz. Get past Matt Hossack. Laskowitz back out. Shot saved by Higgins. There's a fast break opportunity. Not able to hold on to the ball there was John LaFontaine. So Austin Shanks, like I mentioned earlier, getting assist on that Riley O'Connor goal on the man advantage. There's a nice back pass by St. John, but Logan Holmes just couldn't handle that final execution on the shot. The ball just slipping and getting loose off a stick. There's Riley O'Connor. Pass over to Dan Littner, trying to find some room on the inside. But Rob Cruz right there. And Littner trying to retrieve this ball. Goes all the way back to his goaltender. So they'll get a fresh shot clock here, Brooklyn will. 8:40 left here in the second period. Brooklyn has added 5 more goals to the total. It's now 10-2 here over the Kodiaks. Here's a shot that's saved by Higgins. Looks like Dan Keene might have taken a shot before driving to the net. Here's St. John with the shot, saved by Zach Higgins. And here's a breakaway opportunity again for Colton Watkinson, looking for his hat trick, and he gets it. Mitch McMichael wins the faceoff here for Brooklyn. So John LaFontaine and goaltender Zach Higgins getting the assist on that hat trick goal by Colton Watkinson. 3 fast break goals from Watkinson today. The big, speedy number 24 from Brooklyn. There's a nice cross-court pass over to Matt Croak. Croak back out to Laskowitz. Shot saved by Higgins, who's been great in net today for Brooklyn. And that loose ball bouncing into the Cobourg bench. Apart from those 2 goals by Dan Keene at the end of the second period, Zach Higgins has shut down the Kodiaks offense today. It's Mitch McMichael now cutting into the right side of the circle. Back out to Ryan Keenan. Keenan goes for a shot, saved by Rob Cruz. McMichael with a backhander off the rebound. Takes a spell, but some real nice stick work there by Mitch McMichael. I mentioned earlier in the game how I called a couple of games with Riley O'Connor this season for the Whitby Warriors. I've also called a game with Mitch's brother Ryan McMichael, and Zach Higgins not able to get that one. And Cobourg gets their first goal of the game, or first goal of the second period, excuse me. And that was from far out wide as well. A good 3-4 yards outside the circle from Daryl Robertson. Able to get one past Zach Higgins. Riley O'Connor waiting for the screen by Ryan Keenan. Austin Shanks gets a shot, and not even giving the P announcer the time to announce the goal by Cobourg. Just over the left shoulder of Rob Cruz. Nothing too much you can do about that. That's just a well-placed shot with some speed, and that's a hit from behind from Daryl Hutchison. Lucky for nothing to be called there. So Austin Shanks, that's his first goal of the game. He has a couple assists, but finally able to get one through the net for number 11 of Brooklyn. And another one getting past Zach Higgins. This one also from way outside. This time it's Luke Laskowitz, the second leading scorer on the Kodiaks. Real far distance troubling Zach Higgins. Off the face-off, and right away, Brooklyn answers again. This time it's Matt Hossack. Brooklyn answering right after a couple of goals by Cobourg. So just to go back on that the Luke Laskowitz goal, it was assisted by Daryl Robertson. And just like that first goal for the Kodiaks here in the second period, Brooklyn answers right back. Matt Hossack this time getting that goal off the face-off. So the score stands 13-4 for Brooklyn. Rob Cruz able to hang on to the ball. Here's Connor Goodwin. Matt Croak at the top. Flings it out to Goodwin. Shot saved by Higgins. Rebound still loose. But Brooklyn captain Derek Suttons comes up with it and passes it off to his forwards. There's a nice little breakaway chance there for the Redmen. Ryan Keenan now trying to get past Brody Burkhoff, the Peterborough native. Here's Curtis Knight, already with the goal in the first period. And here come the Kodiaks. Pat McCrory will hold up and wait for his forwards to take charge here in the offensive end. 15 on the shot clock now for Cobourg. Dan Keane with a couple of goals today, both coming at the end of the first period. Keane. Here, there's a shot there with the shot clock expiring from Luke Laskowitz. He had the last goal for the Kodiaks. Austin Shanks over to Ryan Keenan. Back out to Riley O'Connor. O'Connor getting a screen from Keenan. The pass intended for Shanks, but nicely taken away by Derek Searle. Here's a chance for Cobourg. Bouncing shot saved by Zach Higgins. Shot by Daryl Robertson. With a goal and assist here in the second period for number 27, Robertson. Here. That's a big hit from the back from Brody Burkhoff on Dan Littner, who took a shot right into the crossbar corner of the net, but he seems to be okay. Heads to the bench. So it's definitely a penalty on Burkhoff there, and a power play chance here for the Redmen. O'Connor over to Littner. Littner still on the floor, just misses the pass over to Mitch McMichael. O'Connor over to Shanks. Austin Shanks hits the crossbar. O'Connor retrieves it. Gets it out to Keenan. Over to McMichael, back out to O'Connor. That shot just wide. Riley O'Connor. So with 3 minutes left here on the major penalty. And that shot and their score, Austin Shanks for the Brooklyn Redmen. So now a couple of minutes left here on the second minor penalty. The two minor penalties charged to Brody Burkhoff. So Brooklyn still on the power play here. Brody Burkhoff hit Dan Littner in the back, who Littner hit the net pretty hard, and that's what led to the two minor penalties. To number 4, Brody Burkhoff of the Kodiaks. Austin Shanks able to get a goal in the first one, and that was a close call. Looks like it might have been a crease violation there by Brooklyn. And the shot clock will be stagnant here for the Kodiaks, with Brody Burkhoff still in the box. And 45 seconds left on the power play for Brooklyn. Logan Holmes trying to waste as much time as possible. Going up against Dan Ball. Cuts in. Logan Holmes takes a hit. And does well. Cobourg will keep possession here. Less than 30 seconds now in the Brooklyn power play. Cobourg has been pretty decent actually scoring goals shorthanded. They've scored 7 shorthanded goals this season. At the start of the third period here in Cobourg. The Kodiaks down 14-4 over the Brooklyn Redmen. You're watching Cobourg Nissan Kodiaks lacrosse right here on the JVI Sports Network. I am Saif Ahmed here with Gary Morrison, who's on the camera today. You see that Kodiaks now in the breakaway opportunity. Luke Laskowitz shot, awkward bounce off the boards, hitting the back of the net. And here's another breakaway for Brooklyn, just hitting the post. This is a shot by Ryan Maxpagian. So, some quick shot attempts and goal scoring chances in the third period. Like Ryan Keenan opting to pass there instead of going right for goal. Keenan, this time he goes for goal. The shot, a save by Rob Cruz, who replaced Rance Vigneault midway through the second period. Matt Croak trying to get past Sean DeRoque and Graham Hossack. Matt Croak goes cross court. Here's Dan Keene with the shot. Zach Higgins eventually does hang on to it. Dan Keene standing on 2 goals. Both those goals coming at the end of the first period. As the Kodiaks head to the first intermission, Keene scored those 2 goals. And there are a couple of good low shots that beat Zach Higgins, who was unbeaten at that point of the game, as Brooklyn got off to a 5-0 start. Here's Colton Watkinson already with a hat trick today. That time Rob Cruz able to hang on to it. Laskowitz, 20 seconds on the shot clock now for the Kodiaks. Matt Croak with a shot, saved by Higgins. Higgins passing it just to center court there to Kyle Rubish. A little fancy shot there from number 11, Austin Shanks. He has a couple of goals, couple of assists. Most of those coming there in the second period as well, when Brooklyn scored 9 goals in that middle frame, increasing their lead to 10 here as it stands now in the third period. Laskowitz, defended there by Sean DeRoque. With a Dan Keene, got to Matt Croak. Croak with the low bouncing shot, hitting the mask of Zach Higgins. Higgins thought about going for a fast break outlet pass, but instead just goes near side over to Watkinson. Curtis Knight backing it out to Austin Murphy. Here's Mitch McMichael. Over to Austin Murphy with a shot right in the feet of Cruz. Zach Sloan gets back the loose ball. And a fresh shot clock here for Brooklyn. McMichael now on the right side. Gets a screen from O'Connor. Zach Sloan up top. Keenan now on the left side. Cross court to O'Connor. Back pass to Mitch McMichael, and McMichael puts it away. The first goal here in the third period. McMichael not taking the face-off this time. Instead will be Matt Hossack, who also has a goal here today. And taking a spill right afterwards was Logan Holmes. He'll head to the bench. Here's Drake Smith now for the Kodiaks. Back out to Luke Laskowitz. Laskowitz over to Drake Smith. It's Matt Croak. John St. John backs it out to Dylan Goddard, who could not handle the pass. Fast break opportunity here for the Redmen, but an errant pass finds the stick of Drake Smith. We saw Drake Smith actually play defense there in the first half of this game. Now he's playing up front. Drake Smith back there in transition, just hoping to stop this fast breaks from Brooklyn. Hits the post. So another close call there for the Kodiaks. John St. John getting it out to Logan Holmes. Goes to Matt Croak with a shot, saved by Higgins. Fresh shot clock. Shot, another save. Higgins shutting it down on both ends of the net. St. John over to Holmes. Here's Croak looking for a shot, cuts out. Defended there by Graham Hossack. Croak gets the loose ball. 12 seconds on the shot clock, but here's Colton Watkinson again on the fast break, looking for his 4th goal, and he gets it. And all 4 goals by Watkinson scored the same way on the breakaway. So number 24, Colton Watkinson, leads all players with 4 goals today. Zach Sloan getting out to Ryan Keenan. Ryan Keenan stays strong before getting that shot off. Here's Laskowitz. Gets past Mitch McMichael. Laskowitz with the shot. That's wide of the net. Here's Dylan Goddard trying to get that loose ball. Instead, Zach Higgins will hang on to it. And goes for an outlet pass just over the reach of John LaFontaine. It's a nice cut in there by Dylan Goddard. Trying to find some open room, but here come the Brooklyn Redmen. Mitch McMichael. He has the open Austin Shanks in front of him. Shanks with the ball. Ryan Keenan with the shot. Save. No. Looks like Rob Cruz had it for a second. But Ryan Keenan able to see good patience there by Austin Shanks to wait for a driving Ryan Keenan from the bench and right to the net.
Congratulations, you're the winner of a $25 gift card to the Cobourg Buy and Sell for sitting in the
Rob Cruz able to get a body on it, but not enough as Ryan Keenan gets his first of the game. Keenan, a good playmaker here for Brooklyn today, setting up a lot of goals, but he gets one to go for himself that time. So good transition scoring chances here for Brooklyn, and Luke Laskowitz goes for goal, and Zach Higgins somehow able to keep that away. Sean Drog uses his speed to run up the floor, but Dan Lindner not able to hang on to it. And here come the Kodiaks. Daryl Robertson over to Drake Smith. Laskowitz back out to Goddard. There's Logan Holmes to Goddard. Goddard not able to receive that pass. Laskowitz looking for a shot. He goes over to Holmes. Holmes retrieves the loose ball. 5 seconds on the shot clock. He goes for goal. Saved by Higgins. $20 on the shot clock now for Brooklyn. It's Ryan Keenan, who just scored for the Redmen, on the floor. Trying to set a screen for Riley O'Connor, who's just added to his tally. His top scoring tally here in the Major Series Lacrosse this season. Coming into the game, he had 51 points, 38 assists. Both numbers good for number one in the league. That shot saved by Rob Cruz. And Riley O'Connor, according to my count, has 2 goals and at least a couple of assists. So he will hang on to that top scorer lead. Hang on to be the top scorer heading into next week's action here in the Major Series Lacrosse. Dan Ball trying to get the loose ball there. There's a nice save there from Zach Higgins. So whistling shot from Luke Laskowitz. Here's John St. John. Back out to Laskowitz. Back out to St. John. Matt Crow comes into the play. He has Dan Keene to his left. Keene gets over to Laskowitz. Low bouncing shot. Keene comes up with it. Keene trying to get it over to Matt Croak, but right in the stick of Zach Higgins, who finds it wide open. Ryan Maxpagian in center court. Maxpagian heads to the bench, and here comes Dan Littner. Littner to Mitch McMichael with a shot over the bar. Didn't miss by much. And Zach Sloan retrieves the loose ball. 5 seconds on the shot clock here for Brooklyn. Ryan Keenan with the shot. Good save by Rob Cruz. Here's Doug Udding. And he hands it over to Laskowitz before heading to the bench. Drake Smith coming into the game, the third scorer here on the Kodiak roster. 3 goals, 9 assists for 12 points for Drake Smith. And here's a fast break opportunity. Curtis Knight, one-on-one shot, saved by Cruz. Brooklyn will get a fresh shot clock here. 8.5 left in the game. Brooklyn up 17-4. They've scored 3 more here in the final frame. Now it's the Kodiaks the other way. Matt Croak. Dan Keene driving to the net. Here's Chad Cummings. Looks like now on the floor as well for the Kodiaks. Big number 15. The Brampton native. Matt Croak goes for a shot. Nice save there by Higgins to raise his arms and get something on that shot. And here come the Redmen on another fast break. 2-on-1. Goes for a shot. Ryan Maxpagian. Saved by Cruz. Cruz right there on the rebound. Able to hold off Zach Sloan as well. So fresh shot clock here for Brooklyn. Mitch McMichael. Here's O'Connor. Nice work and save there from Rob Cruz. Riley O'Connor all the time in the world to fake him out, but Rob Cruz stands his ground and makes a nice save on the leading scorer on the Major Series Lacrosse. Here's the back pass to John St. John is taken away by Curtis Knight. And he holds up and gets it over to Austin Shanks. Shanks over to Knight. Riley O'Connor driving to the net. Dan Littner goes wide to Keenan. Here's Austin Shanks over to O'Connor. Nice link up play there from Brooklyn. Ryan Keenan not able to put it away. .6:20 left in the game. Brooklyn up 17-4 here over the Cobourg Nissan Kodiaks. It's a shot there by Luke Laskowitz. Left pad save by Zach Higgins. I'd like to thank you all for watching us here on the JVI Sports Network. Both these teams faced off a couple of weeks back. Brooklyn won that game as well, the double-digit margin. And they have a double-digit lead here today as well. This is the fourth and final matchup in the regular season between these two teams. Here's Ryan McSpagian over to Colton Watkinson. His shot gets deflected and wide of the net. Watkinson leads all players with 4 goals today, all coming on the fast break. It was him against the Cobourg goaltender. A couple of times it was against the starting goaltender, Rance Vigneault. And then Rob Cruz replaced Vigneault midway through the second period. And Watkinson was able to score against him as well. And looks like Dan Lindner took a big shot in front of the Cobourg net. And he's still a little shaken up. And his stick is stuck to his helmet, Dan Lindner's, to get that pried away. And the referee having a word with the culprit. Who laid that hit on Dan Lindner. Looks like it was Derek Searle who laid that hit. And he's not happy about heading to the box either. Head referee Sutcliffe telling Derek Searle to head to the box. Looks like Dan Lindner's okay. He's taken a couple of big shots here today. We saw one in the second period when Brody Burkhoff hit him from the back, and Lindner just collided right into the net. Brooklyn's the second-ranked power play here in the league this season. That shot off the crossbar and out. And Zach Higgins retrieves it for Riley O'Connor, who has added to his leading points tally today. O'Connor at the top. Passes over to McMichael, back to O'Connor. There's a nice shot from Austin Shanks just in front of the goalie crease. So Austin Shanks gets his 3rd goal of the game. So good to see a couple of the other players for Brooklyn getting on the scoreboard and getting on the goal sheet. So a hat trick for Austin Shanks and Colton Watkinson today. Watkinson with 4 breakaway goals this evening. John St. John there pushed back by Kyle Rubish. Here's Austin Murphy, who runs up top, but Chad Cummings right there. There's this little black backflip from Zach Sloan, just hitting the Cobourg defender. Brody Burkhoff handing it over to Laskowitz. And getting the loose ball now for Brooklyn is the captain, Derek Suddens, before heading to the bench. Austin Shanks gets it out to Dan Lindner. Here's Mitch McMichael. Looked like a good pass, but just not able to find the stick of Curtis Knight. And a little aggressive play there by Mitch McMichael, going over the top of Pat McCrory. McCrory just waiting for his teammates and wanting to hand the ball off. Here's Laskowitz. Over to St. John, back to Laskowitz. St. John at the top. Cross-court pass over the stick of Dan Keane. And the play blown dead. So just over 2 minutes left in the game here. Brooklyn up 18-4 over the Cobourg Nissan Kodiaks. The Kodiaks still looking for their first win of the season.
Brooklyn penalty number 32, Mr. Michael. 2 minutes for holding. The count of the penalty 17:38. It's Michael holding at 17 minutes 38 seconds. It's a Cobourg.
And with the win, Brooklyn will sweep the season series against the Kodiaks. That'll make it their 5th win. And out of those 5 wins, 4 of them coming against the Kodiaks for Brooklyn. And the other one coming against the Brampton Excelsiors, their home opener. So let's see if the Brooklyn Redmen can carry this momentum as they head to the second half of the MSL season. There are a couple of top teams they have to contend with. Of course, the defending Man Cup champions, Six Nations, as well as the Peterborough Lakers. And of course, the Oakville Rock right with them in the standings. So those 4 teams, along with Brooklyn, one of the top 4, will be contending in the playoffs this season in the MSL.
Last minute of play in regulation time.
Here's Laskowitz. Over to St. John. Dan Keane gets out to Matt Croak. Luke Laskowitz misplaying that pass. Gets it back over to St. John. St. John gets the shot and he scores. John St. John scores the first goal here in the 3rd period for the Kodiaks. That's St. John's first of the game. With just less than 35 seconds left, St. John able to get one here for Cobourg in the final frame. It's a nice face-off win for Brody Burkhoff. Goes right to the net. Zach Higgins hangs on to it. Good effort there by defender Brody Burkhoff off the face-off. So Luke Laskowitz and Dan Keane getting assists on that goal by St. John. And that'll do it right here in Cobourg. The Brooklyn Redmen wins it 18-5 here against the Cobourg Nissan Kodiaks. Still a lot of games to play here in the MSL season. And hope you guys can join us back here on the JVI Sports Network. We'll cover more games as the season rolls along. So on behalf of Gary Morrison, I am Saif Ahmed. We'll see you next time here on the JVI Sports Network.